And the Lions are going through a similar process?
Yeah, the Lions. I mean, it's good to evaluate what your members' needs are and how you can grow membership by maybe changing your schedule. So Lions too are tweaking their schedule some, and hopefully we're just making it more accommodating for our members and for any future members. And Yuri, I'll just add that even if you don't
just go ahead.
Even if you don't see a formal press release that says that Lions and Rotary are working together, I think that all the clubs are always working together. I mean, Lions members go to Rotary meetings and sell roses, and we've had morning Rotary people come to Lions meetings and sell fruit baskets and pie ride information. And so even if you don't see a formal program or the clubs have partnered up, I think we all work together very well.
That's an excellent point.
We all do partner up.
That's an excellent point. And what that points out is that we have internal communication between the clubs that's there.
I think I point out we have a lot of members that are members of the Kiwanis, the Golden Key that you're speaking of. We have Rotary members that are members of the Rotary, and they're good members here and they're good members there, and they're good citizens, and they are interested in what happens to this community, which they bring that back, and it makes us more interested in what's happening, going on in the community.
So maybe then the goal is to work together to reach out to those that are not members of any clubs.
Right.
So that they would be aware and they would start to join in more. Because if we have the same group of people that is member of every club, that
right.
that somewhat limits our effectiveness.
That kind of gives you the best kept secret kept secret again.
Right. It's an inside, yes.
Yeah.
One of the things that our clubs have done, there's 4 Rotary clubs in Rock County, and about 2 or 3 years ago they started the Kids Against Hunger program, and I know that's been in the news and in the press, and that's the 4 Rock County Rotary clubs have formed together to start this organization that packages food to donate to needy people, and some of it stays in Rock County, some of it stays in Janesville, some of it goes overseas, and that's, it's formed their own little individual entity, but it's based from the 3-4 Rotary clubs in the county, and that's been a pretty successful project. And the other thing that we've done too is our Rotary Club and the Edgerton Rotary Club and the Janesville Morning Rotary Club have gone together to form a project to send books to the Philippines, and we've done, in the last 4 or 5 years, about 100,000 books have been sent to the Philippines for school kids in the Philippines that don't have any English books to read. They have English taught in their schools, but there's no reading books for them. So just this morning we loaded up a container that'll end up on a ship going to Manila in the before springtime. So there are projects between our clubs, and as these others have said, not so many between each other, but we do support each other.
Right, and whether I'm a member of whatever club, I'm still going to go to the corn roast and those kinds of angles.
And to add to what Dave said, the Kiwanians have gone to package food.
Oh, sure, to help, sure. A lot of volunteer people from the community have came down to help package food for our projects.
And we've also been there with the Action Club that's part of the Kiwanians. So, there is a lot of cooperation.
I'm also seeing that every club appears to be going through some kind of a revamping process on the website presence and to try to reach out to people that haven't maybe heard of the club, because it just puzzles me that as good of a mission as all of these clubs have, that there aren't more members. And in the past, part of the reason was that corporate sponsors were paying for memberships of sponsors, and as, business policies have changed, that is not often the case. Although we love M&I at Lions. But,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I loves Lions too.
See, that's perfect. But I just keep thinking of what are the ways. It's almost like do we set up a welcome basket? What do we do?
We're in competition with our school and after school activities, where the parents are running children to a different program every evening for some sort, and their time is limited in what they have to give. So a young family is, for them to be a member of a service organization and be involved in that, their time is very limited. Sure. If they have their children involved in stuff in our society, we believe that's why we sponsor so many youth programs, because we want these youth involved in different programs. We want them in something that's constructive. And for the parents of these children to be involved is one of the obstacles that we run up against getting new members. I'd love to join, I just don't have the time. Somebody once told me, if you want something done, ask a busy man. So I don't necessarily
true.
buy that.
Which I understand are all the retired people. They're
Yeah.
super.
So I don't necessarily buy that answer, but if you really wanted to do it, you'd find the time to do it, I think.
But you make a very valid point in that many corporations used to pay for their employees to join a service organization, and that's cut back quite a bit. So now we have members who are evaluating different clubs, or potential members evaluating different clubs that, this will be coming out of their own pocket. So it really needs to be a good fit for each individual to be able to say, you know what, I believe in this enough to pay to be a part of it.
Well, and this also forces each club to fine-tune its mission so that it appeals to those that they're looking to join, because there needs to be some kind of a difference between Rotary and Kiwanis and Lions and Elks.
Right.
You mentioned earlier about different parts of the city that each club kind of takes care of, and everyone in our community benefits from that. Kiwanis is in charge of the Kiwanis Pond area and the Kiwanis Trail, the Kiwanis Park on the corner of Pontiac and Holiday Drive.
Sure.
Anybody can join us in, volunteering their time to pick up trash, to take care of plants, that type of thing. It's not, you don't necessarily have to join, pay membership dues in order to do that. So if you're just a concerned citizen that would like to give some time.
Well, and the organizations are set up in a way that if you have never had any experience with Service Club, such as myself when I first joined the Lions, I came to a meeting, and what I saw was a group of people having food together, eating together. It's a pleasant group of people, but I wasn't quite clear about how that tied into community service and how that whole train travels. So it's almost like there's a certain way it's done, and it's very well established and functions. But those that are on the outside are looking to get involved. They don't know where to begin. And
One thing our club is in the process of right now is putting a little, like a 5-minute video together that you can use for recruiting, and maybe you just take it and stick it in somebody's VCR at their house, or you turn on the website and there it is, on the side. You click on it and there's a little blip, and it's kind of similar to what we're doing here today. It takes 8 or 10 members, and they all talk for 30 seconds about why they like our club and what we do. And so that's a very good idea, because people that are on the outside looking in don't understand what our club is. I know one of the members that we have for maybe 3-4 years, until the first corn roast, he had no idea what the corn roast was about. And so the corn roast is
you
a
can't
big...
imagine what that thing is until you're there, that's for sure.
The corn roast is a huge undertaking. It's 3 or 4 days of work to put it together and take it apart. And the one day that we roast corn, we roast 8 tons of sweet corn and give it away, along with a volleyball tournament and a recognition of high school kids that have had good grades in school. So, yeah, there's many things in our club that are happening behind the scenes that people don't understand until they've been around a while. And that's probably the same in all these clubs.